A senior US Democrat is calling on the Commerce Department to launch an urgent investigation into 4 Chinese semiconductor firms that may be connected to the Dutch chipmaker Nexperia. Congressman Raja Krishnamoorthi warns that companies could pose serious risks to the safety and reliability of components used in cars across the United States and allied nations. In a letter to Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick and BIS Director Jeffrey Kessler, he expressed concern that Nexperia's Chinese operations are increasingly bypassing their Dutch parent and turning to unvetted China-based wafer supplies. This shift, he says, raises red flags around safety certification and quality control, especially as semiconductors play an essential role in modern vehicle systems. The request comes amid ongoing turmoil at Nexperia, following internal conflicts, regulatory pressure and disruptions across the global chip supply chain. Joining us now to discuss this is Ajay Jua. He's a former secretary in the Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion in the Ministry of Commerce and Industry from the Government of India, and joining us live from New Delhi. Thank you very much, Ajay Jua, for joining us here on the program. Why does this trigger a national security threat for Washington?
I'm not surprised that the United States has reacted the way it has in this particular case, because the Chinese, no doubt, control, having bought the company in 2017 or 18, I think 17, and made it a subsidiary of the Wingtech Electronics of China, in which, in the parent company, the Chinese government has a share. So it is a industry controlled partially by the Chinese government, but it happens to be located in Netherlands. The Netherlands is being warned by the United States under their so-called BIS 50% new rule, saying that if the parent company has been sanctioned, then a subsidiary company in which the parent company holds 50% or more automatically falls in that category. So under pressure from the US, because it is an important component for the particular number of industries, particularly the automobile industry, finds itself in a dilemma. So first they took over the management of the company under the pressure of the United States, because they feared leakage of technology to the Chinese. Now that the Chinese have threatened with end products being restrictions being imposed on the end products, and the result is today one doesn't quite know how it's going to resolve, but the Chinese do seem to be able to control it in 2 manners. One, with their control over the rare earth supply, and then also the end products exports. So the Chinese have acted as expected, but one doesn't quite know how it would end.
Yeah, and do you see this as a genuine security issue or part of the broader US-China tech war where politics drives the investigation?
I think so. It is clearly an issue in which Netherlands and Europe finds itself, but the major issue is the technology war between, as you said, between the 2 giants, the US and China. And China is not going to give up so easily. It has weaponized all the leverages which it has, as we know, over the years, and much more over the last few months. And it's going to be fighting it to the end, because rare earth control by itself isn't enough if critical items like semiconductors are on it, it's not able to have a control. So I do think that the larger issue has to be settled first between the two large country economies. Only then will this issue see some resolution.
Yes, Dr. Ajay Jua, thank you very much for taking the time and speaking to us on NewsX World. We now move on, and the South Korean